So, good morning everyone. Let me give you a glance at what we have discussed in last session. We have started with index. What do you mean by index? It is a unique number which is generated for a data internally. After index, we understood about virtual table, which is your views. What is view? It is a virtual table that what we are creating on our original table, and we understood in great depth. So please have a focus. In today's session, we are going to understand about stored procedure and triggers. What is that? Stored procedure and triggers, and both the topics comes under your PLSQL. So both the topics doesn't comes under your SQL, it comes under your PLSQL. PLSQL in sense procedural language is structured query language. Understood? So right now we are going to discuss about the topics which comes under your PLSQL. So please focus here. First of all, let me give you an understanding about stored procedure. Stored procedure is a sub-program. What is stored procedure? It is a sub-program, or you can consider as a routine. Routine in sense which you are doing frequently. Understood? So what is stored procedure? It is a sub-program or a routine. Now the question comes, sir, why we have to go with sub-procedure, or why we have to use sub-procedure? That will be a main question. Now, so please have a seat first. So why we should use stored procedure? That should be a main question here. Whenever if you wanted to achieve any reusability, what we can consider over here? Reusability in sense, if you wanted to use again and again, understand? So for that purpose you can use stored procedure. So the main purpose of stored procedure is reusability. What is the main purpose of stored procedure? Reusability. And what it means reusability, please focus here. Now I will give you one scenario here. So we have a table, please focus. We have a table here, EMP. Inside our table, we are having employee ID, which I can give int. We are having name here, which I can give varchar. After that, we are having department name, which I can give varchar. After that, we are having salary. I will give float for this. Now I will close my parenthesis. Now the scenario is, please listen. I wanted to increase my salary. I wanted to increase the salary of department sales also and training also. I wanted to increase the salary of department training also and sales also. It means I wanted to update my salary. How we can update my salary? How we can update? We have to write a update command. So first we should put update. Then we should put table name. What is that? EMP. Then what we should put? Set keyword we have to use. What we are setting? Salary we are setting. Equal to whatever salary we are having. To that we have to add 1000. That value what I have given. After that what we have to use? Where department name equals to sales. Department name equals to sales. Now here I have updated my salary, means 1000 rupees I have updated of my department sales. Now same 1000 rupees I wanted to update for training department. means 1000 rupees only. I have to update for sales also, and I have to update for training department also. What we have to write as a query here, or what we have to write? Here we have written sales. Yes, so we can put OR logical operator. So the moment if I will put OR logical operator, please focus here. I will put OR department name equals to training. This only we have to write as a query. Now over here, what value we are incrementing? 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees we are incrementing for sales also and training also. Understood? Now my scenario is, I wanted to update 1000 rupees for my sales. I wanted to update 1000 rupees for my sales and 2000 rupees for my department training. Then what we have to write, or what should be the query for this? 1000 rupees I wanted to update for sales and 2000 rupees I wanted to update for training. Understand? Means two different values I have to give for my department sales and training. How we can update here? Can we update in one query? Is it possible? It means again we have to write a query. So what I will do, again I will copy this query. So over here, I will put my department name, training. So I will remove this. Here what I should put as our value? 2000 rupees. That's what we wanted to increase. Understand? Now, again I wanted to update for my business development team department. Means 3000 I wanted to update. Can we put in one query? No, right? Again for business development team, I have to write one more query. Yes. Again for other department, if I have to increase, again one more query we have to write. Understand, friends? Now over here, what we are doing? We are increasing 1000 rupees. Means task that what we are doing of incrementing the salary by 1000 rupees. Understand? So for incrementation of salary, we are writing multiple queries. Understood? The task is same, that we have to increase the salary by 1000 rupees or by 2000 rupees or by 3000 rupees. Understood? Everyone. Now over here, if value is same, that time we can put in one query. But if value will differ, that time we have to write multiple queries. Understand? And like this you will get scenario in the real-time project where you have to update the things frequently. Understood? For example, right now you are working on one project. After a month you will be shifted to some other project. Then after a month you will be shifted to some other project. That time also we have to update. Your age also should be updated frequently. Understand? Your date of birth should be updated frequently. Understand? Your salary should be updated frequently, and for that task you have to use stored procedure. Understand? So you should not write a query multiple times. Just you have to write your query once. Understand? And for that query you have to do the reusability. Understand? So what is the purpose of stored procedure? Reusability. And that particular code or a query that what you have written, you have to reuse. Understand? So whatever query I have written over here, just I will write once. Whatever update statement I have written over here, just I will write once. Understand? So for whatever department or whatever values we have to update, we can pass that particular values and department to our query. Understand? For example, 1000 rupees I have to update for my sales. So 1000 and sales we have to pass. Understand? 2000 and our training department we have to pass. 3000 and business development team department we have to pass. And how to pass and how to accept all this, that you will understand. But we have to write our query only once. So whatever update statement we are having, we should write once, not for a multiple times we should write. Understand? And when you are writing multiple times, it means you are not more efficient in terms of queries. Understand over here? So just we have to write once, and that query we can reuse. Understood? So how to create a stored procedure? Please focus. Till now you guys understood why stored procedure is required over here? Great. Now for creating a stored procedure, I will not use command prompt. In command prompt, that procedure will not support. Understand? So for that I will use my MySQL workbench, which is your GUI, that I have already introduced in last session. Understand? Now first of all, I'll go to my workbench here. So this is my workbench. First task, I have to redirect inside. How we can redirect inside? I have to double click here. I have to give password here. Hit enter. Now this is our main editor, that where we have to put our query. This is our schemas, where all the database and tables will be present. This is our output section. So when you will execute, that time it will give you the information that your query is correct or wrong. After that, in between you are having the tables. It means result grid you are having. So whenever you are executing, that results will be generated in between of this, in between main editor and output. That result will be generated. Understand? So what I will do first time, I will remove everything that what I have written yesterday. And if you wanted to take a new editor over here, you can take from this. You can just click new editor will come. Understand? If you wanted to take. Now first of all, I want one table. Yes, and on that table only, I will use stored procedure. So first we should have a table. Understand? Now what I will do, I will create my EMP table, but in different database. Understand? So first of all, what we should do over here? We should redirect to that particular database. Yes. So first time what I will do, I will create that database. After that I will redirect to that particular database. So first I will create it. Create database, and I have to give name. Any name you can give. I will give September B2. Now I have to execute my statement. How we can execute here? There is a two ways of executing. First, you should select your statement and you should click over here. Second way is you can put your cursor here and you can hit Control and enter. But the standard way of executing is to select your statement and you have to click to that yellow icon. So what I will do, I will select this and I will click to my yellow icon. Now, the moment I have clicked over there, it has shown me green tick. Green tick in sense our query, our statement has executed successfully. Understand? Now first statement I have executed. What should be the second statement? We have to use this database. How we can use this database? Use September. One second. Now what we have to do? Use September B2. Now semicolon is compulsory to execute our statement here? No. For what we are using semicolon here? To differentiate between the statement. But I will put the semicolon because I wanted the statement one more after that. So I will put semicolon. I will execute this. The moment I have used this September B2, it has highlighted over here. Please focus. It has highlighted my database, that what I have used right now. Use September B2. After this, what I will do, I will create a table. Create table, same syntax we have to put. I will give name employee, EMP I can give in short. Now I will give my employee ID. It should be int. After that I will give my name. It should be varchar. Any size you can give, I will give 10 here. After that I will give my department name. Department name I wanted to give varchar. I will give 10 here. After that I will give my salary. Salary I will use float. This should be my last column. I will execute this. Table has been created successfully. Now after this I will insert the data inside my table. So for that, which command we have to use? Insert we have to use. Insert into, what is the table name? EMP values. Now here I will give my value. One I will give for my ID. For name I will give anything. I can give A here. After that, what we are having? Department name. Department name I will give my sales. After that, what we are having? We are having salary. Salary I will give 1000 here. Now we have given our data. After that I will execute this. I will select this. I will click over here. Now I wanted to view my data. How we can view here? Select command we can use. So let's use select command. Here only I can use select star from EMP. How many records we have inserted? One record we have inserted. Now what I will do, one more record I will insert here. I will give 2. I will give B here. It should be SALES, sales. For the same department only, what I will give? 2000 rupees. Again I will execute. Here it should be SALES, by mistake I have written S. Now how many records we have inserted here? 2 records we have inserted. Now what I will do, 2 more records I will insert. 2 more records I will insert. I will give 3 here. I will give C here. I will give some other department. I will give training department. For training department I will give 2000 salary only. Now in one query only I am inserting 2 records. Can we insert like this? Yes, we can insert. I will give 4. Then I will give my department name I will give, which is D I can use here. After that I will use my department name. I will use here BD, business development team. After that I will use my salary. I will give 3000 rupees. Now I will put semicolon and I will execute this. It has executed. I wanted to select my data. How many records we have inserted here? 4 records we have inserted here. After that what I will do, For my same table, which is an employee, I wanted to create a procedure. I wanted to create a procedure on my table employee. That's what I have created. In short, EMP. So what I will do here, please focus. Now first we have to use create. Now for creating a stored procedure, we should not say stored procedure. Just we should say procedure. What we have to use? Procedure. So what I will do? I will put procedure, that automatically it has given to us. After that, we have to give name of my procedure. Name you can give anything. It should be unique only. I will give hike. What I will give? Hike. After that, I will give parameters. What I will give here? Parameters. And in your stored procedure, you are having 3 parameters. One you are having in parameter, next you are having out parameter, and last you are having in out parameter. In parameter in sense, parameter which is taking an input, out parameter in sense, parameter which is returning an output, in out parameter in sense, parameter which is taking an input also and returning an output also. But over here, which parameter we are going to use? Just focus. So for the time being, I will not use any parameter, just I will put parenthesis. Now, after this, create procedure hike and parenthesis, I wanted to provide body. I wanted to provide a body. And my friend, in SQL statement, if you wanted to provide a body, you have to put parenthesis. In Java, if you wanted to provide a body, you have to put curly braces. But in PLSQL, if you wanted to provide a body, then you have to use 2 things. One is begin and one is end. Understand? So in PLSQL, if you wanted to provide a body, you have to use begin and end. And how to use? Please focus. I will use begin here. After that, I will use end. This is my body, that what I have given in my PLSQL. Like this, you have to give body. And inside this begin and end, we have to put my SQL statement. What we have to put? SQL statement. And what statement we have to put? Please focus here. What we wanted to do? We wanted to update our salary. Yes, same query you have to put for updating your salary. Now what I will do? I will put update. I will put my table name. What is that? EMP only. After that, what we are setting? Salary we are setting. Salary we have to put. Now after this, we have to put equal to, that what we are assigning. We have to take my salary here and we have to add with the value that I am providing, which is 1000. Understand? Now please focus. What I have given here? 1000. 1000 in sense I have hard coded, right? But if I wanted to give 2000, then again we have to change. If I wanted to give 3000, then again we have to change. So my friend, we should not hard code here. Understand? So what I will do? I will put SAL over here. SAL I will put, and this SAL I will declare over here. Understand? And whatever salary you will provide, it will accept. Whatever SAL I have used, I will declare here in my input. Understand? So what I will do? I will go to my parameters. In my parameters, we are having 3 type of parameters: in, out and in, out. So over here, I am taking an input. I am accepting an input. That is why I will be using in parameter. What I will use? In. So what I will use here? In I will use. Now I have to declare this SAL, that what I have used here. I have to declare this. After this, we have to put its data type. We have to put its data type. What data type we have given in our table? Float. You can use float also, you can use int also. I will use float for this. What I will use? Float. Understood? So whatever cell I have used here, you have to declare your cell over here in your parameter. Parameter you understood, you have seen in your Java also. So this is a parameter which is in PL/SQL. Understand? So whenever you are declaring any parameter, you have to put, so what type of parameter it should be. It is an int type, and its data type you have to put, which is a float. This is compulsory that you have to put. After this, we have to put one more statement, which is your where clause, where department name column only we have used in our table. Department name equals to what we have to put here? We have to put sales. Are you sure we have to put like this? We should not hard code here. What we are doing, we are hard coding over here. So we should not hard code. Sales instance, if you wanted to update for other department, how we can update? So we should update for all other department also. So instead of hard coding, I will put one general term here. So what I will put, please focus here. I will put dname. What I will put? Dname. Anything you can put. I am putting dname here, and this is my d underscore name. And whatever things I have given here, this thing I have to declare. Understand? So this thing I have to declare. Where we can declare? Inside of parameters we can declare. Understood? So what I will do? I will declare inside my parameter. So, and this is also in type. This is also in, means we are accepting the departments. So in we have to declare, dname we have to declare, and we should tell over here its data type. Understand? So what can be the data type for this? Varchar we can give, and we have to mention the size as well. Over here I am giving 10. Understand? You can give whatever the size if you wanted. You can increase also. Now please focus here. The moment I have written this query, it has giving error to us. Why it is giving error? Because we have not given semicolon. And in PL/SQL, whenever you are putting your SQL statement, then semicolon is mandatory. In PL/SQL, whenever you are putting your SQL statement, that time semicolon is mandatory. Not for every time semicolon is mandatory to execute. When you are putting SQL statement in your PL/SQL, that time semicolon is mandatory. So what I will do? I will give semicolon over here. Now, the moment I have given semicolon, one more error you have encountering here. One is here and one is here. Why the error it is coming over here? Now we are having begin, we are having end. Understand? And see over here just we have written, so we should put shall also, that what we have not given. Dname also we have declared here. In parameters we have given, statement is incomplete expecting semicolon. Yes, semicolon we have given. Now, how many termination statement we are using here? 2 termination statement. One we are having semicolon, one we are having end. Understand? Now over here MySQL will get confused. Over here MySQL will get confused for which statement it should consider a termination statement. How many termination statement we are using? 2 termination statement we are using. One is semicolon and one is end. So MySQL will get confused. So what termination it should consider over here? For which statement it should consider termination? So what I will do? I will not consider semicolon as my termination statement. I will not consider end my termination statement. I will create one more termination statement. Understand? So what we should do? We should not consider this semicolon also, and we should not consider this end also as my termination. So what I will do here? Before creating store procedure, I will use one delimiter. Before creating store procedure, I will use one delimiter. Now over here I have used delimiter, and why I have used delimiter? Because I wanted to change my termination statement. Understood? I don't want this to be my termination statement. I don't want this to be my termination statement. Understand? So what I will do? I will use one delimiter. Over here, after your delimiter keyword, you have to use symbols. What you have to use? symbols, any symbol you can give. Either you can give character also, a special character also, number also, any symbol you can give, but you have to make sure whatever characters you are giving here, it should not be present over here. Understand? For example, if you will give C, C is also present here. So C is not your termination statement, right? If you will give C, then C is present over here. C is not your termination statement. I want my termination statement to be kept over here. Understand? So what I will do, I will give any symbols over here. I can give double slash also. And whatever symbols you are giving over here, that particular symbol you should give at your last also. Understand? So this particular symbol I will give at my last. So at last also you have to give this particular symbol that what you have given there. Understood? So you should not give such symbol which is present over here, or you should not give such character which is present in your query. If you will give, then it will throw you an error. Understood? If you will put C over here and C over here, it will throw you an error. If you want a proof, you can check it out. If you will put C over here and C over here, it will throw you an error, because what it is considering this C as a termination statement, but I wanted to put my termination statement at last. So all the query should be executed and last it should be terminated. Understand? So that is why I have given double slash. And this is your PL/SQL statement of creating stored procedure. So first you should give your procedure name, means create procedure, that what you are creating. You should not give complete stored procedure here. First you should put procedure, then you should put the name of a procedure and it should be unique. Understand? After that you should put the parameters. What you should put? Parameters. In parameters, what you are doing? You are declaring something. What you are declaring? Whatever you are using here. Here what we have used? SQL statement to update our salary. Yes, what we have used? SQL statement. Simple statement we have used. Just update EMP set salary equal to whatever salary we are having. To that I wanted to add the values, that what I will give. Understood? Wherever department name equals to the department name, that what I will give. So you should not hard code your department name here. You should not hard code your salary here. So for whatever salary or for whatever department I wanted to update, I can update. Understood? So over here, just once I have written my query, and this particular query I will reuse multiple times. Understood? What I have done? Just once we have to write a query, and this particular query we have to reuse for a multiple times. Understand? Now this is the parameters that what we have given, sal and department name. This is the parameter. We should pass something, right? So that it will accept. We should pass an argument. What we should pass? We should pass an argument to this particular parameter. Understood, friends? So before that what I will do? I will execute my stored procedure. The moment I have executed, green tick you will see over here, create procedure hike, or whatever the statement I have written, this is showing here. Understood? It means we have created our stored procedure successfully. After creating your stored procedure, you have to call that procedure. Understand? You have to pass the argument. So if you will pass the argument, your parameter will accept that argument. Like you have passed for your methods in Java, right? So whenever you have declared any methods, whenever you have declared any parameters, that time you are passing the values to that particular parameters in your methods. Like that, for here also you have to pass the argument for this parameters. How many arguments we should pass? 2. One is our salary, one is our department. Understood, my friend? And how to pass? Please observe here. What I will do? I will call my hike. I will call my procedure. What is the procedure name? Hike. I will call this. I will call my hike. After calling, I should put parenthesis. And inside this parenthesis, you should pass your department name and a salary, that what you wanted to increase. Understood? How many parameters we have used? Two parameters, salary and department name. So two parameters we should pass. So first what I will do, I will pass my salary. I wanted to increase 1000 rupees. I wanted to increase 1000 rupees. For which department I wanted to increase? That department name we have to put. I wanted to increase 1000 rupees for my department sales. Now, right now what is the salary in department sales? Please observe here. Not for this sales, because by mistake we have written S over here. For this sales, what is the salary here? 2000. If I will increment 1000 rupees, what it will be? 3000. Let's check it out. The moment I have executed this statement, we have encountered with error. See, in below we are having error. Why error we are having? You are using the safe mode. Safe update mode we are using. Safe update mode in sense, it is not allowing us to update any values, to update anything, because we are in safe update mode. Understood? Now, I wanted to deny my safe update mode. Understand? So for the first time, when you will update anything, you will be in the safe update mode. That you have to deny here. And how to deny? Very simple. First you should go to edit. Where you should go? Edit. Here we are having edit option. After that we are having preferences. Inside the preferences we are having SQL editor. What we are having? SQL editor. That you have to double click. After that, if you will go below, you are having safe updates. Safe updates you are having. That you have to uncheck. What you have to do? You have to uncheck. Right now it is checked. You have to uncheck this. I will uncheck my safe updates. And I will click OK. Understood? And whenever you are doing any changes in your MySQL, after that what you should do? You should close your workbench. Then it will affect here. Understand? What I will do? I will close my workbench and again I will reopen my workbench. Again I will reopen my workbench. And the statement that what I have written, it will be here only. It will not disappear like your command prompt. Understood? Now I have unchecked my safe update mode. So right now what we should do first? What we should do first? Right now what we should do first? Just we have to call hike, or first we have to redirect to the database. Are we in any database right now? Is this highlighted September B2? Then we have to use our database. Right now we are in any database? No, right? September B2 has highlighted? No, it has not highlighted. It means we have to use. And if you wanted to refresh, you can refresh. You can check it out. If you wanted to refresh, you can keep refreshing this. It has not highlighted. It means we have to use my database. So which database we are using? September B2. Understand? September B2 we are using. And we have already created our procedure. Again, we should not create our procedure. The moment I have used September B2, it has highlighted here. Understood? So this thing you should be more focused on. So after that, what we have to do here? We have to call our procedure, right, which is our hike. Now the moment I have executed my hike, it has given green tick. Green tick in sense we have successfully called our procedure, which is our hike. Understood? And what are all the values we have passed? 1000 we have passed for my sales department. Now what will be the salary? 3000. I wanted a proof. How we can get a proof here? Select statement we can use. What is the salary right now? What it was before? 2000, right? Now for same procedure, I wanted to reuse. How we can reuse? For same procedure only, I wanted to perform reusability. How we can perform reusability? Just we can call that procedure, right? So what I will do, for my training, I wanted to increase 1000 rupees. For my training department, I wanted to increase 1000 rupees. What it will be after that? 3000. So what I will do, for the training department, how much I wanted to increase? 1000 rupees. It has executed successfully. Now, again we have to check our data. What will be the salary? 3000 rupees. What it was before? 2000. So for whatever department, if you wanted to increase, you can increase with the help of stored procedure. Are we writing query multiple times here? No, right? Just once we have written. Just once we have written, and for the same query again we are reusing. Understand? Same query only we are reusing. And this is the reusability. And what is the purpose of stored procedure? The purpose is only the reusability or a reusing. Understood? For the same task, if you wanted to perform any things, you can use stored procedure. Understand? So if you wanted to update for business development team, directly you can put business development and the 1000 or whatever salary if you wanted to give as an hike. Understood? So these things you can perform over here. Understood what is stored procedure? What is stored procedure? It is a sub-program or a routine. Routine in sense which you are doing frequently. And what is the purpose of stored procedure? What is the purpose? Reusability. Reusing. Understood? So the purpose of stored procedure is reusability. Understood? So this is something which is basic in stored procedure. And again my friend, this is PL/SQL. Understood? So everything I will not teach here. If I will teach everything here, then it will become PL/SQL. It will not become SQL. So over here we are learning SQL, but again this is very much important, and this basics you should know. This basics you should know. If interviewer will ask, please show any real-time example of stored procedure, same example you can take and you can show. If interviewer will ask, please show any real-time example of stored procedure, that time same example you can take. Understood? You should not go in more depth. If you will go in more depth, then it will become a PL/SQL. Understood? And this stored procedure you will understand in your advanced Java session also. In advanced Java also we are having this particular things which is a stored procedure. There also you will understand, and you have to see that what extra things you can get over there. Understood? But till now everyone understood what is stored procedure, what is the use of stored procedure, or what is the syntax of creating stored procedure. And over here termination statement is compulsory in SQL statement, so that is why you have to put semicolon. If two termination statement you have encountered with, you have to change your termination statement with the help of delimiter. And the symbol, that whatever you are using, same symbol you have to use. Symbol whatever you are using here, same symbol you have to use at the end. Understood? So after end only you should put this symbol. Understood everyone? So this is how we can create our stored procedure. Everyone understood stored procedure? Understood with the syntax? Understood with the usage? Very good. So everyone made a note of this syntax? Stored procedure? Yes? Good. Anyways, videos we are having, you can refer after some time. Now please focus here. One more topic we are having in our PL/SQL, which is your triggers. What we are having? And trigger is also one of the most important topic. And what is trigger? Please try to understand. If I will consider real-time data in sense, that particular data you can use in your application also. That real-time data you can use in the hospital also, or that particular data can be used in the banking also, in the education system also. Now in all these things you are performing one operation. Understand? You are performing one operation, And what is that operation? Please focus. Everyone has given their engineering exam till now. Everyone has given engineering exam. How many semesters you are having? 8 semesters you are having in your engineering exam. Now, for semester 1, university people will give the marks. In semester 1 you got this marks. In semester 2 you got this marks. 3 also you got this marks. 4 also you got this marks, right? So up to 8 semesters they will give a marks. But we are having something called as average. Average we are having. Average they should not calculate. They will just give you the marks. Understand? But whatever average we are having, it should be calculated automatically. Understood what I am saying? We are having a semesters. For a semester they will give a marks. But average should be calculated automatically. They will not calculate it. They will not calculate average of every student. They will just give marks. Understood? Now in banking also, for example, you are having 5,000 rupees in your account. How much you are having? 5,000. Now if you will withdraw 1,000 rupees from your account, if you will withdraw 1,000 rupees, then automatically that updation should happen to 4,000, right? Updation should happen automatically. Or you will go and you will ask to the bank people to update your salary, no, right? Or bank people will come to ask you that at what time you have withdrawn your salary, no, right? So it should happen automatically. Understand, everyone? For example, in Amazon also, we are having a products, we are having a stocks. So the moment if you are buying a product, that particular stock is becoming less automatically. Understood? So these things or this operation, if you wanted to perform, you can perform with the help of triggers. Understood? So how you can perform? You can perform with the help of triggers. And what is trigger? Trigger is your event plus action. What is trigger? It is an event plus action. And what is event? Please focus here. This is an AC. If I wanted to switch on AC, how we can switch on the AC? By using remote, right? So this is a remote. I wanted to switch on my AC. So what I will do? I will click, right? So whatever clicking that what I am doing, this is known as your event. What is event? The clicking that what I am doing, this is known as your event. After clicking, your AC will get turned on. That is your action. That action it is performing, right? I am clicking, the action is getting performed. Understood? So clicking instance, event, turning on the AC instance, actions. So what is trigger? Event plus action. Understood? And why we are creating triggers? Whenever if you wanted to perform anything automatically, that time you have to use trigger. Automatically instance, if you wanted to calculate your average automatically, if you are doing any withdraw and the updation of the money should happen automatically, that time you can use. Understood? So if you wanted to perform anything automatically, that time you have to use trigger. Understood? And how to create trigger? It is very simple, but please try to focus. Whatever triggers we are having, I am going to use in your workbench only. I am going to create on your workbench only. So what I will do, I will open my workbench. Now I will take one separate editor here. Now for the same table I will not take same, I will create one more table. In same database only, I will create one more table. Understood? So what table I wanted to create, please focus here. I will create table a student. What I will create? A student I will create. After that, I will provide the columns. Columns in sense I will provide ID. ID I will provide. I will provide same one. I will give int here. I will provide same 2. I will give int here. I will provide same 3. I will give int here. After that, I will give average AVG and I will give float. So these all are the columns that what I have given for my table student. Now here, how many semesters we are having? 3 semesters. If you wanted to put 8 semesters, you can put, it depends on you. But for the sake of example, I am taking 3 semesters here. Understood? So what I will do, I will execute my table first. I will execute my table. I have executed, green tick, it has shown to us. Now please focus. I wanted to calculate my average. I wanted to calculate the average. But calculation of average should happen automatically. Understood? It should happen automatically. You only think when we have to create trigger. Before inserting or after inserting we have to create? Before inserting or after inserting we have to create? After inserting? Before or after? Before insertion only we have to create trigger. Before instance, when your university people is giving a marks, that time only that average should be calculated and it should be inserted in your table, not after. Understood? After instance what? For example, right now you are withdrawing 4,000 rupees. That updation should happen now only, not after that. Understood? So before insertion only, that average should get calculated and average should be inserted. Understood? So before inserting rows, we have to create our trigger. Understand? Now please focus here. What should be the syntax of creating trigger? How we have created our stored procedure? Create we have used. How we have created our views? Create we have used. How we have created our table? Create only. So for trigger also we have to use create. After this we have to use trigger. What we are creating? Trigger we are creating. After trigger we have to use unique name. What we have to give? Unique name. Now I will give here T1. What I will give? T1. Over here you should not put any parenthesis. Understood? Now after this you have to put your event and action. What do you have to put? Event and action. Now over here you are having 2 events. One is your before, one is your after. How many events you are having? 2. Before and after. And in terms of action you are having 3 action. Insert, update and delete. How many actions you are having? 3 actions. Insert, update and delete. And right now which event we have to use here? Before only, right? So before insertion we wanted our updation should be happened. So what I will do, I will use my event here. Event before. After my event I have to use my action. Action is insert here because we are inserting the marks. Now you have to give information that on which table you are creating. That trigger on which table you are creating, that information also you have to give here. Understood? On which table we are creating? On student table we are creating. Let's put your student table. Now please focus here. How many students we can have? We can have multiple students. If we are having multiple students, it means we have to use multiple rows. Yes, in one row we can store the one information. In second row we can store the other information. Third row other information, like that. Now over here we have to calculate average for each row. Understood? So for whatever rows, whatever we are providing over here, so for each row we have to calculate this particular average. So that information also you have to give here. That also you have to inform here. For each row we have to calculate average. So what I will do, I will put for each row. Understood? Now what we have done till now? Create trigger, trigger name, before, event, insert means action. On which table? Student table. For each row, that also you have to give here. Understood? Now after this syntax you have to use your query, means SQL query you have to use. So what you should do, you should put one body here. In your PL/SQL statement, you should put body. How you can put body? Begin and end. So what I will do, I will put my body which is begin and end. Now here you have to write a statement to calculate average. What you have to write? You have to write a statement to calculate average. How we can calculate average? Sum divided by count. Yes, sum in sense what? That whatever semesters we are having, that we have to do, that sum we have to do, right? And we have to divide by count. How many semesters we are having? 3 semesters we are having. That semester we have to use here. Understood? Now what I will do, I will put parenthesis. Inside this I will put SEM1 plus SEM2 plus SEM3. 3 semesters we are having. After that we have to divide by our count. What is the count here? 3. Understand? Now please focus. Whatever value they are giving in your semester, for your semester, that is a new value, right? That is a new value. So that new value, that what they are giving for your semester 1, that also you have to inform. Understand? So what you should do, before semester 1, before semester 2, before semester 3, you have to use one keyword called as new. What you have to use? New. So what I will do here, I will use new dot SEM1, new dot SEM2, new dot SEM3. SEM3 we have already given. Now whatever result we will get over here, we have to assign to one average. That average column we have already created. So what I will do, I will assign to the average. And whatever average we will get here, that is also a new average. Understood? That also you have to inform here. So how we can inform? We can put new here. New dot average. Now, whatever you are putting here, before this you have to use one keyword. Before this you have to use one keyword, which is your set. Which keyword you have to use? Set keyword you have to use. And here you have to give semicolon. Understood? What is the syntax over here? Set. What we are setting? Average we are setting. That average is new value. That new value, that what we will get in one average. After that, we have to do the addition of the semester. That how many semesters we are having. How many we are having here? 3. If we are having 8, then you have to perform a sum of 8 semester. If you are having 6, then 6. But in our table we are having 3 semester. That is why I took 3 semester here. And you have to divide by the count. Count in sense we are having here 3. Understood? And over here, whatever statement you have written, semicolon is compulsory. Understood? Now how many termination statement we are having? 2. Right now MySQL will get confused. So for which it has to represent as a termination statement. So what we have to do? We have to use one delimiter and we have to change our termination statement. Understood? So what I will do? I will change my termination statement. I will use delimiter. I will give this symbol and the same symbol I will use here. Understood? This is a syntax of creating your trigger. First create trigger name, event and action you have to inform. On which table you are creating, that you have to inform. For each row, that also you have to inform. After that you have to put this statement inside a body. And body you can give with the help of begin and end. Understood? Now what I will do, I will execute my statement, that what I have written. So I will select all the statement here and I will execute this. Now the moment I have clicked over there, it has given a green tick. It means we have executed our trigger successfully. Trigger we have created, right? Trigger we have created. Now what I will do, I will not call my trigger. I will not call my trigger. Trigger should be called automatically over here. You should not call. Understand? Like your stored procedure, You should not call your trigger. Understood? So right now, I will insert my value in the semesters. I will insert the value or a marks we can consider. How we can insert marks for each semester? Insert command we can use, right? Insert into we can use. What is the table name here? A student table name we have to use. Values we have to use. Now, whatever columns you have given, for every column you have to provide value here. Understand how many columns we have used? What is that? First, ID we have used. SEM1 we have used, SEM2 we have used, SEM3 we have used, and average. For every column you should provide value. Now for ID, I will give 1. What I will give? 1. For semester 1, I will give, what I should give? 78 I can give. For semester 2, I will give 90. For semester 3, I will give 75. And I will put semicolon. Now, how many values we have given here? 4. How many columns we are having? 5. This is correct. 4 values we have given. But how many columns we are having? 5. So for every column we should give. But average should be calculated automatically, right? We should not put average here. Then what we should put in the place of average? Yes? In the place of average, we should put 0. What we should put? 0. Understood? If you will put 0, it will affect your average? No, right? So what I will put here? 0 I will put in the place of average. Now, because if you will not put value over here, then it will give column mismatch. Understood? It will throw you an error. Now I have inserted 1. Semester 1 I have inserted 78. For semester 2 I have inserted 90. For semester 3 I have inserted 75. And average, for whatever semester, it should be calculated automatically. Understood? So first what I will do, I will execute my statement. It has executed successfully. It has inserted. Now, while we have inserted this, average should be calculated, right? Average should come over here. When I will select my student table, average should come. So what I will do, I will select my student table. Select star from a student. Now I will select this and I will execute this. Now please look up over here. What it has given in average column? 81. This is an average of semester that what we have given. Understood? So whatever 0, it will not affect your average column. So whatever average it will calculate, that only will be appeared over here. Understood everyone? So average whatever we are having, it is getting calculated automatically. We are not calculating. We are just providing the values. Understood? Now for first student, I have given the marks. Now for second student I wanted to give marks. For third also we have to give marks. We are having 500 students with us, or we can have 1000 students with us. So for 1000 students I will give marks. But average for 1000 students should be calculated automatically and should be inserted into our table. Understand? Because no one has a time to calculate average. Just they will give the marks. Understood? So again I wanted to calculate average for second student. How we can calculate? Just we have to change 2 over here. See, here only we can change. This is a workbench. Here only we can change the value. Here I will give some other marks. 70 he got. Here I will give 95 he got. Here I will give 70 he got. Value I changed, right, for the second student. For each row, this is the second row. That is why we have given for each row. This is the second row. Now I will execute this. The moment I have executed, average has been calculated and inserted to our tables. Understood? Now I want a proof. How we can get a proof? Select we can put. Please focus here. For the second student, it has calculated the average. Average, are we calculating the average? No, right? Automatically it is getting calculated. So whatever formula we have given, sum divided by count, according to that it is calculating and it is giving to us. Understood? And this is a way of calculating anything automatically. So that is what, if you wanted to achieve this operation, you have to use trigger. Understood, friends? So something, if you wanted to calculate automatically, for that only we are using trigger. And trigger which comes under your PLSQL. So we cannot teach everything which comes under your PLSQL, which comes under your trigger. So whatever which is required for you to learn, I have already taught. So whenever if someone will ask what is trigger, and please give a real-time example, this real-time example you can give. You can just convey, sir, we have a marks for each student. So just I will give a marks, or they will provide a marks, but average they will not provide, they will not calculate. It should be calculated automatically. If we are having 500 student, so for 500 student average should be calculated automatically. If we are having 1000 student, average should be calculated automatically. Understood? And this is your trigger, which is nothing but your event plus action. Event instance before and after, action insert, update and delete. Understood? Understood everyone? What is stored procedure and what is trigger? And both the topics will come under your PLSQL. PLSQL instance, procedural language structured query language. This is not SQL. This is something different. This is PLSQL. Understood? So this is how we can perform with the trigger, and this is how we can perform with the stored procedure. Did you understand till here? What is the use? And see, this is a real-time example that what I have given for stored procedure also and for trigger also. And here understanding make a sense. So you should understand whatever the lines I have written. Whatever, you should not by heart the syntax. You should understand the syntax. Why I am using before? What is before? Before means event. Why I have used insert? Insert means action. And over here I have given my that formula or the SQL statement you can consider here. And here we have to terminate with the help of semicolon. And again, termination statement we have to make sure that it should be different. It should not be your semicolon, it should not be the end. So termination statement you have to change. And how you can change? With the help of delimiter. And the symbols you have to use. And the same symbols you have to put in your last of your syntax. Understood? And this is the way so that we can perform stored procedure also, and we can perform triggers also. For stored procedure, we are not having any keyword called as stored procedure. Just we have to use procedure. And in procedure, we have to pass a parameter. Understood? So for what we are using stored procedure? For reusability. Understood? If you wanted to update anything, so for that you can use stored procedure. And over here, trigger. If you wanted to calculate something automatically, that time you can use trigger. Understood? So this is how we can perform with this. And here I am ending up with your trigger and stored procedure. Understood everyone? So if you wanted to make a note of this syntax, you can make here. So you guys have tried in your laptop now? You guys have tried this? Please try it out in your laptop as well. You are having a laptop? Take it out and try it. And from tomorrow onwards, your timing will be at 9 a.m. Okay. So we are changing the timings of your sessions. It will be at 9 a.m. from tomorrow onwards. Okay. So everyone should come at 9 o'clock, means 9 a.m. and at 9 a.m. sharp you have to come. Don't do any kind of delays and all. Okay. So we will be starting at 9 a.m. from tomorrow onwards. And tomorrow will be your last session of your SQL. So please listen for a while. From Friday onwards, tomorrow it is Thursday, right? From Friday onwards, we are going to start with, or we are going to learn with HTML and CSS. Understood? So for HTML and CSS, you should require one editor. Editor in sense, you can consider VS Code. VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Understood? So everyone has VS Code in their laptops. Everyone has. So in VS Code only we are going to perform with HTML and CSS code, that whatever we are having. Okay. And in HTML and CSS code we are going to implement with the projects also. So there will be mini projects and the major as well. So be more interactive in the session, and whatever the task that what I am doing, you have to do that task frequently. Okay. So there are lots of things that what we have to learn in HTML and CSS. So it will be starting from Friday. So please be seated and try it out. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in next session.